Hi everyone, welcome back to the garden. Yeah, what's left of it. It's gonna do a little bit of a harvest on the okra right here. I'll see that. Yeah, I think I like the okra being here. It's been thriving pretty well. Grab another one here. We got a few more flowers. The flowers, okra flowers, are so gorgeous. When they open up, it's so beautiful. Yeah, it's one of the most beautiful flowers. Well, I think it's a beautiful flower. Here's another one. It's got a nice head. You can be in the sun. Yeah. All right. So, truth be told, Hurricane Barrel kind of like destroyed the farm, or should I say farm? Destroyed the garden, and kind of just let it be. And the interesting thing about it is there's been a lot of growth still, regardless. I mean, everything looks really so the eggplants kind of fell, but then I've harvested a bunch of eggplants from here since then. Over here is the watermelon, and we've harvested two watermelons out of this already. Actually, we'll show a clip of when I cut the first one out of there. Um, yeah, it's looking dead, but I realize it's the vines that I've cut the melons from that are looking dead. And interestingly, you still have ones like this that are like flourishing. So I guess the young ones are green, the older ones are dying. Come this way. I just pulled a watermelon from here as well. It was actually sitting, I think, right about here. And you can see there was a board on the floor and all of that stuff. So it kind of like killed the grass, which is good. But it's still growing. I've had a few people ask me, what are these bottles for? Watermelons don't need too much water, but they still need water. So I use this. I fill it once a day. It's got holes on the bottom, and it just allows water to seep in there. Let's see. Tomato plants. The cucumber actually will show what we got from the cucumber. This slicing cucumbers, I kind of just let it run, especially after the damage. And if you look, let me come across this way real quick. Sorry for the shot. We still have a bunch of eggplants that are coming in. Probably need to pick those already. Some tomatoes in here, more eggplant in here. Um, I want to show you guys the basil. Oh my God. Anybody that's planted basil before, you know. Those things are prolific. So here's what's happened here. I left this basil, it broke off right after the sun, broke off all the way down here. But the good cool thing about it is, and this is all dry basil at the bottom. I left this in a bucket and and just let it just do its thing.
Hold on, let me see that again.
Show you guys. I left it
It's
in a
growing
bucket.
all from one bucket.
Yep, I left it in a bucket, but the roots have gone out of the bucket and they're now in the
In the
ground,
ground.
which is good. I don't mind that. It's so one of those beautiful smells in the garden, man. Just love it, love it, love it, love it.
Beautiful. It smells so good.
It smells really. I just like to beat it up, like hit it, and just.
I need to bring that closer to the porch.
You don't even have to like, come too close, Oliver. You can smell it from there. It's just. I like to like fluff her up, and she just releases all kinds of fragrance into the garden.
This is a
Uh,
beautiful scene right here. Look at this. Salma, go stand by your daddy. Let's
yeah.
take a
Come on,
picture
buddy.
real quick.
Solomon is gonna show you what he's been doing in the garden too shortly. I've got another okra. Yeah, look at mama.
All right.
I got
Solomon
another
has been
okra
helping with the
here.
harvesting.
Yeah. Gonna pick out some of these tomatoes. You know,
Still fruitful.
it's
Thank
still
God.
fruitful. It's been smashed, but it's still fruitful. All right, this way. Uh, There was a cucumber and a honeydew melon in this area. It was the Armenian cucumber. We saw another screenshot of Solomon had one of the harvests from the Armenian cucumbers. Uh, there was honeydew melon that was picked out of here, which is kind of nice. And these guys are still flourishing. Yeah, I don't know if you guys remember what this was. This is the stevia. Again, it's one of those ones that you can just taste it.
Like bird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's in the mint family, Solomon. You're right. It's in the mint family, but taste it. Tell us what it tastes like. It's a little and a little
It's a little minty and a little not.
and a little not minty. Isn't it a little sweet too? Yeah, it's got a little sweetness in it. All right, let's keep going. Solomon, go show what you're doing with your little project in the can. Let me put this down.
So these are my carrots. They haven't grown yet.
It started growing, son. Look at it very well.
Oh.
Yeah, get down, get down. Take a stoop. See those?
Yes.
It's already started popping up little by little. Yeah. And this is how many days now? When did we plant this? On
A few weeks ago.
Yeah, it's almost 2 weeks ago now. And now it's beginning to crop up, which is nice. It's the second time we are actually working on a carrot project. Um, the first time, I can show you what the first time looks like. It's right over here. We've got little carrots in there, but it's not like, look at those. Itty bitty carrots. So we're trying the
Can I
carrot.
pull some?
Yeah, I mean, I guess you can. It's not, yeah,
Those are so
pull
cute.
one. It's just really nice and cute.
Try, yeah, pull it from the root, brother. Pull it from the bottom.
So here, grab this right here and pull.
Oh, wow.
You got a nicer one. Look at that.
A medium carrot.
A medium carrot. Hold it. These are actually like sweet something. They're supposed to be like short, stumpy carrots anyway.
Wait.
Yeah, don't
All
worry.
the taller ones are the bigger ones.
Yeah, here, you hold there. All right, let's get you guys some more. Oh, come this way first of all.
I think so.
These are, excuse me, sir, stay right here. These are transplants from Oklahoma. We went to visit my auntie. These are longevity spinach. Longevity spinach. And they came in like little cuts, cutlings, and it has gone pretty well over here. It's done pretty well. Really proud of those. Yeah. I did buy some end of year sale or end of season sale. The chives, they came back, they're thriving. In here also, I planted some late bloomers. These are celery, and I really wanted to like grow to like coriander. So something else I did in here was to plant sweet alyssum. I did put a few in here, but that's what's come up so far. Hopefully, we'll get some flowers for the fall, right? Uh, this is another bag, that another grow bag with another late season tomato in here. This is a celebrity tomato, and again some chives, some coriander or some celery in there. You know. So if you look at these grow bags, these are potatoes that we cut from slips.
Yeah.
These are all potatoes that we cut from slips, and they've done pretty well. They've done pretty well.
Yeah. Still
More
growing.
potatoes from slips over here as well. And I want you guys to look at this. These are avocado. Right here, right here, right here, right here. These are avocado. And these are all from avocado seeds.
Yep.
Yeah. Ashley brought them home, and here we are. growing them. It's thriving. It's drying out though. I found out that the sun gets really hard or really too hot for the young leaves. So we have to do something called hardening, bring it from the inside outside, and the sun got really hot and it's crushed some of the leaves. Now I am leaving these leaves on here because if I take them off, the sun is still kind of hot. If I take them off, then the sun might be too much for this plant. But just giving it a, and then every now and then I tug on it just so the stems get hard, you know, beat on it. I want to show you guys something real quick. This right here looks like a disaster, doesn't it? However, it has been my pest deterrent. If you look over here, you notice this is green, no pest on them. But look over here. Look at all of these beetles. And if you see that there are little seedlings in and there are little eggs in there as well. What this has done is it allows all the pests to come over here. Oh, by the way, this is some spinach. I think I could say
Potato
Nigerian spinach. No, these are no potato spinach. These are the seedlings I got from a friend that just came back from Nigeria. Um, Planted some of the seeds here, and I've harvested a bunch. I've actually eaten some nice spinach, but it helps to take the pest away from the plants and actually put it on something else. And if you look in here, I have a potato that is untouched. I have a potato plant in here, and this is the potato plant right here, right here.
Oh.
This is the potato plant. This is untouched, and the pests are everywhere else but the potato. And oh yeah, only one potato survived over there. Another watermelon here, and yeah, Solomon's showing you where the seeds is. This watermelon was kind of interesting. It had actually flowered and fruited early in the season, but then squirrels will come around and they'll chop it off and run away. Interesting things. And then the plant did something very interesting. Put out like 10 fruits at a time. And I thought about cutting them down, but I figured, hey, if the squirrels are already bugging this, I think the plant is doing something. So I let it be. And guess what? The squirrels really took like, what, maybe 8 of them. 2 try to survive. Only 1 is left right now. So nature doing its thing, yeah? One more that I want to show you guys. You like nature? Yeah. This is I got seedlings for hibiscus. I don't know what kind of hibiscus they are. Or seeds. I keep saying seedlings. Seeds. These are seeds that I planted, and I just put them in a quote unquote nursery over here. And they're doing pretty well. So now I just need to transplant these guys and take them off. I see. Good job. I want you guys to look at this. Ashley really likes this right here.
Beautiful.
It's a volunteer. I don't even know what to call it. But it flowers every season. Comes out real beautiful. She likes it. I like it. I don't have
Love
to
it.
water it because it's watered by the drip from the AC. So it's been doing pretty well.
What AC?
The air conditioning.
What'd you say?
The air conditioning that keeps the house cool.
I don't like this.
So over here,
Because it's getting in my
there's some
body.
intentional things and there's some unintentional things. This pokeweed is unintentional, but I think I'm gonna let it grow for a while. I'm gonna let it grow. This is a hydrangea that we picked up. It was like it barely had any seeds on it. It was just a cutting, and I don't know if it's doing well or not. It feels pretty strong. It
It's still
must.
growing, probably by
It's
next
still,
year.
yeah, still growing. There's some border plants that we put out here. This is supposed to flower as well,
Excuse
but
me, Bubba.
it's supposed to flower, but I don't know.
Not yet.
That's
It's
coming up.
working on it. So we alternated between this plant and then this plant
Probably
all
shouldn't
across.
have, but we did.
Some knockout roses in progress. More border plants.
This is the other flower that was
Oh, it's our
planted.
first
Yep.
flower.
You're not
It's
showing
our
it though.
first flower.
No.
well, that's a weed flower, but this is one of the ones I planted. Yay.
All right. Okay. So elephant ears and what are those on the bottom?
Caladiums.
Caladiums.
These elephant ears, I posted about them on Instagram. They were, after Hurricane Beryl came through, they were level to the ground. Like they were all just the whole root system. So all I did was just kind of like try to stabilize it and push the soil down a little bit. And over the course of a few days, like one by one, they started raising back up. It was amazing to watch. So yeah. The hibiscus are not thriving. This is going to be replaced with an elephant ear. Solomon made a hummingbird feeder here, but I don't know. We need a new plan. So yeah, we're gonna probably replace that with another elephant ear, a potted one. The bees, all the pollinators love this bush. They just stay in here. Look, there's a hornet right there. If you look closely, it has little berries, and they just come for them. I don't know if that was intentional from the previous owner or not, but it totally works. Yeah. Some weeding needed over here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to put another elephant ear right there because why not? These knockout roses are thriving because they get more sun than the other ones. At first, it wasn't flowering. This one was the last to flower. It was a late bloomer. But now look at it. Just thriving.
Do you want to talk about this just yet?
Sure.
So this was early in the season. We had called out for the what do you call them? The electric company to come and trim the trees and stuff. And I asked them, hey, just dump your cuttings or your wood chips, dump it on my yard. And we got 2 loads, spread it out. This is a site for a future garden. It's 30 foot by 30 foot by 30 foot by 30 by 30, right about average. We'll fence it in a little bit and do some stuff. I'm really not worried about this creep. I forgot what they call the creep grass. Most of these we're gonna probably uproot out from the bottom all the way down there. See, most of them are not attached to anything, but it's so easy to pull out, especially when you're in wood chips like this. But I have to get them from the bottom. So, but for right now, just letting it be, let it do what it does. I wanted to share on some of these real quick. We put something together for the trees early in the season, and some things are thriving, some things are not. This is an ajuga plant. I probably need to pull some of this now, and the idea is to pluck out some of this and plant them extra on the side so they can keep on spreading. But you can see how many heads this has. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 heads that I can split right now and replant. But that's the beauty of ajuga. They do shoot up. It was like a purple floret. You know, it's deep green and almost deep green and purple leaves. At the end of it, let's pull this guy out. Don't belong here. Wow, that's a deep one.
Mhm.
Cutting the stems off when we get home and washing them, and I'm gonna save some for toasting,
Thank you.
and I'm gonna save some for myself too because I
Got
love
that guy out.
Great.
But yeah, that's the flower bed in the front. Yeah. Okay, Ashley's done some work in the back. I mean,
too.
What do
and
you want to say?
Solomon, right? There's still a whole lot more work to be done though. We're just taking this thing one step at a time as we can.
Yeah.
What ended up happening here is we did some transplant of some canna lilies. Yeah, so actually we transplanted some canna lilies from the back to the front here. Um, these can be very invasive. They have a root system. It's like a rhizome, I think they call them.
Mhm.
And they grow pretty prolifically. Prolifically. Stand up, Solomon. And there's also another version of that over here as well. Another version of that over here. You know, yeah,
So let me give them an idea of what it's gonna look like.
yeah. Go ahead. So this is what the canna lilies in the front is gonna look like eventually. Uh, and this was where we pulled them from. And when we pulled this, I think we left like what, maybe three.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, this is just it's prolific, guys. I'm
So
telling you,
pretty.
like canna lilies just thrive.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure it was one neighbor that planted it, and then it went into the other neighbor's yard. You know,
Yeah.
we did an addition as well to this. So yeah, we did put one of these in here. It's a bamboo split fence. If Ashley wants to put some of that as well, she'll show you how we got this all up. But it runs almost what 100 foot all the way to the end. Cleared the path on the side. Although it did open us up, and we saw that the way the water path is flowing was coming down this way. So we need to do something about that going forward as well. But yeah, there's been a lot of lessons from this garden, a lot of lessons. And, you know, right before the storm happened, I was investigating what's it called in here? How to put metal cages around the tomato. And one thing I realized is if I had done that right before the storm, the storm would have taken those and carried them away. So I'm pretty glad that I didn't do that at the time, although there needs to be some level of structure that is needed. And a lot of times, a lot of us are fruitful, you're doing well, but then there's no structure. And then when there's no structure, life ends up looking like this. Like, it looks like a mess, it's still producing. It looks like a mess though, right? But structure is very necessary, right? And I think maybe that's one lesson that I've learned out of here is um, and put some structure around even things that are producing, put some structure around it. Things that are producing needs to be pruned. That reminds me of is it John 15? I'm the vine, you're the branches. My father is a groomsman. It says, if you're
Husbandman.
not producing fruit, guess what? I'm gonna chop you up, cast you into the fire. But if you're producing fruit, guess what needs to be done? You gotta be snipped again. That does not feel good. You're already producing, and yet you have to be cut. Huh? Why is it that I'm producing and yet I still have to go through issues? Why is it that I'm faithful and yet I still have to face things? It's because the more I cut you, the more I prune you. Maybe it's trying to take away an attitude. God is always trying to build a character in us, right? It's not about what you own, what you harvest, all of that. It's about the character. And maybe that's what it's trying to do. Take away impatience, take away another bad relationship. You're producing, you're doing well, and it's gonna and the more you prune, the more fruitful the plants needs to be. So as the husbandman of this garden right now, I need to do some pruning. I sure need to do some weeding.
Mhm.
And yeah, it's been a fruitful season of doing this, and we're looking forward to the fall. See how the cookie crumbles on that end as well. It's been it's been a great time. The boys enjoyed it. It was really my goal to get them out here to do some stuff. So,
It's
but
beautiful.
yeah, had some fun times out here. And the garden is looking at next tour. We probably would have done some cleanup, get ready for the fall season. But didn't want to have it looking so GQ that you think it has to be GQ all the time. Some mess happens in the garden sometimes, and it's just life, you know.
Well
But
done, Bubba.
yeah, wish you guys all the best. Hopefully you had a good growing season. Barrel, then bury your garden like as much as it did ours. But yeah, thanks for coming along.
Now, if you like what you heard here today, let's go ahead and make this relationship official. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next week.